Hello everyone, and welcome again to another week here with the B100. This is Scott Hinkle, your instructor. And so for this week, I have mentioned a few times that I wanted to put together a quick video to discuss the portfolio. So that's what I wanted to do here. And I'm going to try to go into as much detail about it as I can in this short session of this video. I get a lot of questions from students as we get started as to what do I have to do each week? What should I be working on? How do I turn it in? What do I do here and there? So hopefully this video will help answer a lot of those questions. The other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to send out with this video instructions about an online meeting we're going to have later this week where you guys can come join me in the online classroom to discuss or ask me questions about the portfolio, and I'll gladly go into great detail again about those individual parts that you guys are going to work on. So basically, to start off this video, I wanted to talk about where to go to find the things you should be working on each week. So let's go ahead and get into the class. So click on content. And as you probably know, for each week, there are documents on here that are called at a glance. So week 1 had this one, at a glance. Week 2 had the same thing. As we're in week 3, I'm going to go ahead and click on that one. So if you go to week 3 at a glance, this document is something that you should look at every week so you have a clear idea as to what you need to be working on and completing in this week of study. So it talks about the objectives, things to work on or prepare for, your tasks, assignments. But then down here at the bottom, it has the suggested portfolio preparation. So each of these documents will have suggested ideas or things you should be working on. So for instance, the first one here is read, return chapter 16, 18, 23, and 24. So you can read the whole book. I recommend that you read it all. You can get additional points, as I'm going to point out a little bit later. But we recommend at least read these chapters this week. Also continue working on your LinkedIn profile, your essay, working on the industry and company analysis, the career leader assessment, your academic plan, mentor interviews, and another essay. So these are the suggestions we have for this week. So every week we give you ideas as to what you should be working on that will help you get things done in a timely manner. So come week 5, when your portfolio is due, you're not scrambling to get things done last minute. Okay. So hopefully you guys have been following this and working on these suggested areas to get them done. As you complete each one of them, where do you turn them in? You don't turn them in right now. Save them on a document. Add them all together. So as you do each essay, you write your reflection paper, you get your industry and company analysis done, add them to one large document. So just add them to it, save it to your computer, and then come week 5, once everything is done, you can go ahead and submit it all at one time in one document. So now where do I go to find the information I need for the portfolio? So of course you want to click on content, scroll all the way down to the bottom, and there are resources. There's 2 different resources, course resources and necessary portfolio material. Click on that one. And you'll find all the information you need for the portfolio. This first one is the one that's the most important. Now, we'll get to that in just a second. You have your mentor interview form, which is just a suggested series of questions you can use. It's not the form you have to use, but suggestions that help you in your interview. The Me in 30 Seconds Career Leader Assessment, Industry and Company Analysis. Your articles, which are your essays, are all attached here. So if you need one of the essays, you just click on articles, and there's all the links to those. So, but like I said, the most important document is this portfolio overview. So let's go ahead and click on that and get started. Hopefully you guys have printed this out. If not, I highly recommend that you print this document out. And as you can see right here on the very top, 65% of your total grade is based off this portfolio. So it's a big chunk of your grade. If you miss something, you don't turn it in, it's going to be very difficult to pass this course. If you turn everything in, you're going to pass with a good grade. Pretty plain and simple. As you work on typing your essays and the other material, make sure it's at 12 point, Time News Roman, font, double space. Even if an essay says to single space, make sure that you double space. It just makes it easier for me to read and to grade them. And really what I want to see is how well did you put it together? The formatting, the contents, did you complete everything? If you do that, you're going to get a good grade. The portfolio is broken down into two parts, part 1 and 2. Part 1 is 85 points, part 2 is 15 points. So what makes up part 1? So continue scrolling down. Part 1 is all of these sections here. You have a personal essay, substantial accomplishments, the me in 30 seconds. Personal essay of what does the phrase mean, business and building the kingdom of God mean to you. Your 3 mentor interviews. Here's a series of essays, which I showed you here under articles, where to find those articles to read and write an essay about. Your essay on the book Return. So it's just basically a short 1.5 page review of what you read. Your career leader assessments review. Resume review, industry and company analysis, LinkedIn link, and your academic plan. Part 2 is 15 points here. So part 2 is if you read the entire book, you get 3 points, and then you can do any one of the combination of these. So when it comes to part 2, I'm going to talk about this briefly. It's 5 items. You select which 5 items you want to do. You can read the book as one of those 5 and then pick 4 more. You can do mentor interviews, you can do faculty videos, or additional elements. These faculty videos are found here. So the Lord has a plan, faculty interviews. There's a link there, and it has about 10 or so different faculty interviews you can select from. I've had students do all 5 items to get their 15 points as faculty videos. That's fine. These additional elements could be anything else. It could be other business books you've read, other articles you've read that you feel are relevant to this course. Maybe it's a TED Talk that you've watched and you really enjoyed. I watched one just the other day on leadership I really enjoyed. You can watch one of those and write a short essay on that. Those are perfectly fine. You just have to remember for part 2, you have to do at least 5 to have a chance for the full 15 points. Each one is worth 3. So keep scrolling down. So let's go into the details about the individual sections or parts for part 1 and 2. The substantial accomplishment essay is just a short essay talking about things that you feel are substantial accomplishments you have had in your life. It could be just your family, school, your mission, work, whatever it could be, about 250 to 300 words. The me in 30 seconds is a 75 to 150 word short essay about describing yourself in less than 30 seconds. How would you describe yourself maybe in an interview in less than 30 seconds about things that you feel are important about you and to talk about yourself? Okay. And then personal essay, business and building the kingdom of God. There really isn't there's no essay to read in preparation for this one. It's just answer that question. What does it mean to you, business and building the kingdom of God? That's it, real quick. Mentor interviews, I want to talk a little bit about these in length here. So I want you to do at least 3. You can do more, of course, so that can help you count towards part 2 of the portfolio. But the mentors can be anyone that you want to be. I would prefer that they are individuals that work in your field of study that you're interested in. But if you have maybe a family member that you work for, you can do that. You can have one of the essays be that person. You work for them. You've been working for them for a long time. You can do a mentor interview with them. But try to find at least 3 people that work within the industry that you're interested in and go talk to them. It's a conversation. It's a chance for you to ask them what did they do in their life to get to where they're at today, be it education, training, internships, the jobs that they've held. How did they get to where they're at today? Talk to them. These can be anyone. It can be someone in your ward, bishopric, stake, anyone that you feel it could be a potential mentor to you as you progress towards a long-time career. After you do your interview, you want to write an essay. So use this form here to tell me who it was that you talked to, their title, company, and the date that you did the interview, and then write a short summary about what you talked about. I really don't want to see question, answer type of thing. I want you to talk about what is it that you learned from this person? Why did you pick this person? What advice did they give you? Okay. The next part are the individual essays. Like I pointed out where you can find them, read it, and write a short 250 to 300 word review. You may be asking yourself, what if I write more than 300 words? That's okay, as long as you not go way over. If it's over 400 words, then yeah, I'll probably take some points off because it's too long. Try your best to keep it near 300 words. If it's a little over, it's okay. Don't worry about it. Just don't go excessive, going towards 400 or more words. Okay, but basically, read the essay, and tell me about it. Why did you think it was important? Why do you think it's relevant to this course, to your career in business? How is it relevant to anything really? And so there's some really good ones here. The same thing goes with the book. After you're done reading the book, just give me a quick review about what you thought about it. How is it relevant to the course? Talk about the things that Elder Hales talked about in his book. The Career Leader Assessment, same thing. Just give me a short review. I do not need your full 20-page assessment that you get once you complete the assessment. That's not necessary. I just want a quick overview of what did you learn from doing that assessment. What information did it provide you when it comes to you selecting a career? The resume review, hopefully you'll have a chance to schedule this and have a chance to talk about your resume with someone. But I want to see two things turn in. I want to see your old resume. I want to see an example of how it was edited or suggestions on what to fix. So if it's marked up in red, share that with me. And then I want to have an updated, clean, brand new copy based off of those suggestions after you talk with someone at the Academic Discovery Center. I want to see the old and the new. And then tell me about your experience. What did you learn from doing this resume review? The industry and company analysis is an interesting one because I want you to pick 3 industries you're interested in, select one of them, and do a quick review. I want you to answer these questions as you go through your selection and your research. This is a chance for you to really dig into some industries, some companies that you would be interested in working for. Do some research about what are the requirements to achieve a job there. And things that you would want to do for that type of career. So this just gives you a chance to really dig into this type of research to find, what do I want to do? What type of education do I need? Training, internships, stuff like that. Okay. Your LinkedIn profile, all you need to do for that is just share with me the link to your LinkedIn profile, and that's all you need to do there. If you want to include a screenshot, that would be great, but I don't really need the screenshot. I'll take a look at your profile just to make sure that it has what it needs on it. So really all you need to do is just share with me the link to it. I really don't need a screenshot. Academic plan, it's not going to be like this. This is the old version, but you're going to do an online graduation plan. It's going to be approved online. You just have to do a screenshot of that showing that it's been approved, and then you get the points for the academic plan. So this is pretty simple, but it's just for you to go through, map out all the courses you have to do between now and graduation for your degree program. So I just need a screenshot showing that it's been approved. That's all. And I've already kind of talked about part 3 a little bit here, but these are just examples as you continue to go through here, part 2. Read the entire book, additional interviews, faculty, video summaries, stuff like that. So let's go back to the top. So in the last minute that I have here, please make sure that you guys follow this document. This is important. If you haven't printed this out, print it out. Use it as a guide to kind of check off things that you've completed. As you complete each section, just save it to a final portfolio document. And when it's time to turn it in at the end of week 5, you just have a chance to edit. Make sure it looks good. Make sure it has all the content in there, everything that you need. I will be available to answer questions. We're going to have the online session here this week as well, where we'll have a chance to discuss things in more detail if you need to. So please make sure to ask questions if you have them. Call me, email me, send me a text message. I'm here to help out. I'm here to make sure that you guys get the full points possible for this assignment. Please don't wait till the last minute to get started. Start now if you haven't. So again, ask me questions as we get working on it. I think you guys will enjoy this assignment, even though it seems like a lot of work. You'll really get a lot out of it if you put in the time. So we'll have a chance to discuss this more later. And again, just let me know how I can help out, and have a great week.